Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Dragon's Jewel Creative Gems. I'm here with you today, which I hope has been a fantastic day for you, with a completion and review for a diamond painting canvas. It's from Diamond Art Club, Do What Makes You Sparkle, and is the Cauldron of Mer canvas by Dolamore. Dolamore's artistic style focuses on digital pop art that often has a very kind of cartoony anime look, whether that's an illustration or a painting, and I feel rendering that over into a diamond art painting lends very well to that. The colors are fabulous for that. It makes it kind of a very fun, playful canvas and piece of art over something that's dark, but I find this one still very much has that witchy vibe to it as well. This particular canvas is a 22 by 29 inch or a 57 centimeter by 74 centimeter square drill kit. It had a total of 50 colors, 4 of which were ABs, which if you don't know Diamond Art Club, or if you've never heard that term in diamond painting, it just means Aurora Borealis, and that's a special diamond or drill that has an iridescent coating on the top, and it just shimmers and shines that much brighter, and then when you put it down on the canvas where it's charted, it makes the other colors around it shimmer just that much more. So it can really accentuate and pop, highlight, or bring attention to certain elements or aspects of the artwork. Overall, this canvas has 64,532 diamonds total, which is quite a bit. To date, this has been my largest canvas I've worked on. My first canvas from Diamond Art Club, because prior to this I've only worked on kits from Amazon or JBFKE, which were very budget friendly, and I hadn't been introduced to licensed art by that point either. So this kit is licensed art, which if you don't know what that means, it just means that Diamond Art works with the artist to bring you their illustrations and their artwork with their permission. And in most cases, they often even get paid a portion, so you know you're supporting the artist, and that it's not a stolen piece of artwork that the company is just making money off of. This kit had, I would say, minor issues, fairly average on kind of the trash and issues that I came across, and for the most part, there was just those air bubbles and those holes in the drills. There's some static, which there's a couple of kind of go-to remedies that you can use, like using your hot breath, blowing it into the bag, shaking it, putting them in the freezer. Nothing that didn't hinder me from reducing that static and getting rid of it. So that worked perfectly. I only need my hot breath. Ha. Dragon. Ha, hot breath, yep. Okay. I got that. That was terrible. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so nothing that didn't fix. And I had a couple of stuck drills, but I just kind of smushed them with my finger on the grid lines of my trays, and that separated them. They weren't super tough to get apart, which I've had other ones where I've sat there fighting with them and have gotten so frustrated that I've just put them off to the side. Ended up, I've had more than enough drills, diamonds, to get this art kit done, and I even had leftovers. So there were plenty despite those issues, which is always what you're looking for. That's nice. I didn't feel like I was running super low on any of them, and I felt confident that even though I was trashing the ones with the holes, trashing the ones that had the iridescent coating on the back instead of the front, that I ended up having enough. There was one spot, and if I remember correctly, I want to say it was somewhere up here in the canvas that had a spot where the glue looked like it was a little bit thinner than the rest. And I was maybe worried that I'd have to go out and get one of those diamond painting glues just to help the dots or the diamonds stick. But in the end, I had no issues. They stuck. They stuck great. There was more than enough glue there. It was just a little thinner than the rest of the kit. This canvas I also worked on for a couple of different fall Halloween events, which was a lot of fun. It kind of got me into knowing the community, and I worked section by section. And it was a really, really fun experience. I could share my progress, I could see their progress. There were a few other people working on this kit, and I saw them ahead of me because, of course, this kit came in like a week late, just over a week late, and I was really worried I wasn't going to get it done in 2 months. So the event had started on like September 1st, and I didn't get the canvas till the 9th. I immediately kitted it up. I immediately started working on it, and it was so much fun that seeing everyone's progress kind of motivated me to go. And I was like, oh, they're working on a different way of it. Like, I started up at the top and worked my way to the bottom. There were people working from the bottom up, so I was kind of seeing places that I hadn't worked on it, and it was really exciting. Because even though I had seen what they were working on this particular kit, it really doesn't come together until you've done section by section. And each section that gets done, you see the colors come together. You see the image come together. And it was really neat. So I started this on September 9th. The event has already ended, or hasn't ended, but I've obviously finished this. I've ended it on October 14th, so it took me way shorter than I thought for a canvas that had been my largest to date. And I got to share it, and I entered in 3 different events. Drills and Chills 2022, Festival of Witches 2022, and one that was run by a custom hand-turned pen place, and that was a neat experience all on its own. But that one was called Following TJ 2022. And so I've entered all those events with this canvas, and even without those events, I think it still would have been a great experience working on this canvas. It has a good amount of color blocking. There were areas that had some confetti, so I felt like it was a really great mix. I didn't feel like I was getting stuck in confetti hell or color blocking hell and just getting bored with one color or getting overwhelmed by having so much going on that I felt like nothing was coming together until much, much later in the progress. So it had a really good mix. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. The shimmer and the shine in this canvas is just wow. Like, I've never even seen this with any of the budget-friendly kits. Like, yes, there's shimmer and there's shine, but not to this extent. These are really, really gorgeous drills that I worked with. They were all squares, which also happened to be my first square kit, which I had been nervous about. Once I got going, I found a groove. So that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be either. And I would have to say there's so much great detail in the shelves next to her. My favorite parts probably is her little familiar who's curious, got a paw on her arm, just checking out like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? And there's some really gorgeous details like the butterfly sitting on her hat, the mushroom on her shoulder, these little kind of A-B drilled, kind of more faded, not as detailed butterflies or little magic dusts, whatever you want to call them, kind of just floating around everything. And the ABs were, I feel, very nicely scattered. There were 4 of them. One were kind of in the green little parts that kind of just added a little bit of a lighter kind of pop. And then you had pink that was in her hair. And then if I scroll down to the bottom here, you can see her tail, which has some amazing rendering. And kind of that darker pink into the lighter. There's a tiny bit of blue and purple just to kind of add some depth. But the ABs were in her tail, which brought it out. Then there were some purple and white ones all throughout this potion, or this water. And that was another one of my favorite parts. It just really made me feel like this potion or this water that she's sitting in that's turned her into a mermaid has got like that sense of motion and movement. And it's just overall, like I said, the details and the shimmer and the sparkle, like just wow, like it turned out amazing. And I've never worked with this much sparkle in a canvas before, and it's just, my impression of Diamond Art Club has now just, it's increased. Like, I really enjoyed it. I feel the quality just in the canvas, in the drills, everything about this kit. It was well worth paying a little extra for licensed art. And if you are a fan of Ivy Dolamore, let me know if you like this style of artwork. Maybe you don't necessarily know about her. I didn't until I discovered Diamond Art Club. I'd never heard of this artist, and just even looking at what she has through Diamond Art, I enjoy and like different elements of each of the artwork that they've chosen to render into diamond paintings. And I also went aside from that and explored the artist's social media and her homepage, kind of like her shop page, and I saw a bunch of her other artwork. And now I've been introduced to a new artist through diamond painting, which for me is really cool because it's been a long time since I've discovered an artist that I enjoy the style of. And so that's another thing that I really, really enjoyed about this process, is I found a new artist. And I've gotten another one of her kits in my stash already, and I definitely want to get more of them. Because, like I said, I enjoy her, I enjoy the style, I enjoy the company that's licensed her, so why not? So yeah, just let me know what you think of this, what you think of the artist, if this is a style that you enjoy, share the love, let me know what you think, write it down in the comments, like the video, subscribe if you like what you see. Dragon's Jewel, saying bye.